Are manual checks and repetitive tasks slowing you down? In this video, I will show you how Git Hooks and Husky can automate your dev workflow, save you time, and boost productivity. Hi, my name is Alex. I'm a senior software engineer with years of experience in JavaScript and Node.js. My goal is to help you become a confident and stress-free developer by increasing your skills and proficiency. Let's get started. I am in Visual Studio Code in Node.js project. Let's go ahead and add Husky to this project. I used to use Husky a little while ago, but then I switched to GitHub Actions, and that's where I mostly run my tests and check for lint errors. But recently in the comments I was asked to show how to use Husky. And when I checked Husky documentation, it turns out Husky has actually become over the years a little bit easier to use. So let's take a look at how to use Husky. And if you don't know what Husky is, it's a JavaScript library that's designed to manage and run Git hooks. And Git hooks are the scripts that run automatically at specific points in the Git lifecycle, for example, before staging or committing your code. And it's really useful when you're working locally and want to run your tests and check for lint and formatting errors before committing your code. Let's go ahead and install Husky in our project. We do npm install Husky with a save dev flag as a dev dependency. Alright, so the Husky is installed. Now let's go ahead and run the command npx husky init, and it will automatically initialize Husky for us. As you can see, we have this .husky folder. If we open it, you can see that Husky created a pre-commit hook for us and is going to run the tests. So let's go ahead and stage our code and commit it with a git add and git commit with a message add Husky. And as you can see, the Husky ran the tests for us before committing the changes. Besides running the tests, you also want to lint and format your code. Sometimes when you work with other developers, they may not have their ID integrated with a pre-tier formatter, or maybe they don't have format on save enabled. And then when you get their code, when you're working on a feature and you open one of those files they worked on, the code may light up with formatting errors in your code editor. Husky can prevent this from happening if other developers run it locally and automatically lint and format their code before committing it. Linting and formatting the whole code base when making commits may not be the most efficient way to go about things. Therefore, they have a package called lint-staged that can help you lint and format only staged files, thus making the process more efficient. Let's go ahead and install lint-staged package as a dev dependency. So now lint-staged is installed. We can go to package.json file, and at the bottom of package.json file we can add configuration for lint-staged. So let's put the following code. We're going to put lint-stage and we will define what files we want to run it on. So it's basically JS, JSX, TS, and TSX files. We technically don't have JSX and TSX files in this project, but if you do, you will include them. We will run ESLint with a fix flag and also pre-tier with a write flag. So the first command, ESLint fix, will obviously fix the lint errors, and the second one will actually format the staged files if they're not formatted correctly. So let's go ahead and save the changes. Next, we're going to go into the pre-commit file in .husky folder. Before npm test, we're going to put command npx lint-staged. Let's go ahead and save the changes. The next thing that we're going to do is open VS Code settings, where we'll find the format on save option and uncheck it, so our files don't get automatically formatted when we save them. If everything goes well, lint-staged will take care of formatting the files for us. Now we can go to src folder. We have utils.ts file that has utility functions. So let's create another function. We'll call it hello world, and in the body of this function we will simply console log hello world. You can see that certain parts of these functions are underlined with red. This is because pre-tier is complaining that we are using single quotes instead of double quotes, and we also don't have a semicolon at the end of the console log statement. If we save the file, those errors won't be fixed because we turned off format on save. Now we can see in action how Husky and lint-staged can fix this issue. So let's go ahead, stage and commit the changes with a git add and git commit and hit enter. As you can see, Husky ran the commands to fix the formatting errors and run the tests. So that's great. Now we can push our commit to GitHub and everything will be linted and formatted. If you want to learn more about Husky, you can just Google Husky docs, right? The first result will be Husky documentation, where you can learn more about Husky. It has getting started guide and how-to section if you want to dive deeper. But what I showed you should be pretty much enough for your development workflow. And as I mentioned before, I have been using GitHub Actions in my development workflow. However, there is no reason for you not to use both Husky and GitHub Actions together. If you want to learn more about GitHub Actions, please check out this video.